Lesson 13.2, linear, quadratic, exponential differences. I have a feeling that the EOC will love these. These are the three main functions you see in Algebra 1, and comparing them is very important. It says determine what kind of function is depicted in the tables below. So I'll tell you here that a function is linear if the first differences are constant, meaning I know x is counting by ones, because -2 to -1, that's adding 1. -1 plus 1 is 0. 0 plus 1, 1 plus 1. I don't have to worry about the x's. I have to worry about the y's in this case. So to get from -1 to 4, is there something that could be added that's the same as going from 4 to 9 and 9 to 14 and 14 to 19? Yeah, it should be adding 5. And so when I know I'm adding a constant number, those were like our arithmetic sequences, that's linear. So that's what I mean by common difference. If you weren't sure what it is, you could take 19 minus 14. And you could take 14 minus 9 and see that every number is going to be 5. Okay, a function is quadratic, which means x squared. So I'll say that this is y equals x, this is y equals x squared. Quadratic if the second differences are constant. So this one's always the trickiest because you see, okay, 1 plus 9 is 10, but 10 plus 9 is not going to get me to 37. I could also think, well, 1 times 10 is 10, but 10 times 10 is 100, not 37. So it's not exponential and it's not linear. Chances are it's probably quadratic, but let's check. So to get from 1 to 10, we're adding 9. To get from 10 to 37, we're adding 27. 37 to 82, I don't feel like doing that math, so I'm going to do 82 minus 37. That's adding 45. And then I'm going to do 145 minus 82, 82, that's adding 63. Okay, so nothing was the same, but if I do that again, that's called finding the second difference. So to get from 9 to 27, well, what's 27 minus 9? Should be 18. And then 45 minus 27 is adding 18. And 63 minus 45 is adding 18. When those are the same, that means this is quadratic. So think of quadratic is squared. I got to do this 2 times to see that pattern. Okay, and then last but not least, a function is exponential if the ratios of the y values are the same. So we're looking at the ratios because this, I can't tell what 256 times something is 320, but I definitely know I'm not adding the same number. So I know it's probably exponential. So remember, you want to take a term, divide by the one before it. So I'm going to take 320 divided by 256. That's a ratio of 1.25. So it's taking itself and then adding a quarter of it. So it's itself and a quarter. Itself and a quarter. Let's check. So 400 divided by 320 is a ratio of 1.25. If you needed to know it as a fraction, turn in, that's 5/4. But every time I should get that same ratio. So just to recap again, you know something's linear if it has a common number being added or subtracted. It's quadratic if you do that the second time and get the same number being added, subtracted. And it's exponential if when you divide, you get a common ratio or a common number they're being multiplied by.